This is the onions and peppers for the baked ziti, and put some in the chili. So once you dice it up, you add your seasonings. Black pepper, Mrs. Dash, paprika, whatever you use. Season your food. And you just sweat it out a little bit. Don't turn into mush. Just do it for a couple of minutes and sweat it out. Because you don't want to put no raw onions and peppers in your meat. So in this case, I'm going to be adding ground turkey, because that's what I use to cook with, ground turkey. Okay, I added the ground turkey and I seasoned it. I had to wash my hands because some of it got on my hand. So I'm just going to stir this up and combine everything, and when it's done, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. It's coming along quite nicely. Turkey ground, it doesn't like to be handled that much, so you know, you can't stir it that much. I don't know, it's just something different from ground beef. But we have a little bit more to go, and before it's completely done. Okay, the turkey ground is done, so I'm going to drain it and add it to the sauce. This is the sauce. Some people call it gravy, but it's a combination of diced tomatoes and spaghetti. No, not spaghetti sauce, and sauce. And I use 1 jar of spaghetti sauce just for seasoning. And I also use Lawry's, Mrs. Dash, black pepper, I'm thinking a little Italian seasoning. I can't use that much because I'm going to use some of this sauce for chili and parsley. So, and I put a little pinch of sugar in there. You probably can see it right there in the middle to cut down the acidity of the sauce. So I'm going to add the meat and let this simmer. I'm adding the meat to the sauce. One hand, I'm good. Woo! The steam. Calvin's in the background. He's my helper. Okay. Woo. See? Now I got mix. Put this on the stove and let it simmer. You don't rush this. You let this simmer for hours so it can marinate together. I'm back at the stove now. It's kind of thick. You see how thick it is? I don't want it this thick. Actually, I use 3 1-pound turkey ground, and that's a lot of meat because I was making a big batch of chili to go in the freezer, and then I'm gonna make some baked ziti. But I still have a lot of sauce, so I may just bag it up in bags, freezer bags, to be used for spaghetti at another time. That's what I'll do. That's good because we normally make spaghetti and put it away in the freezer as well. So it looks quite delicious, don't you agree? So I'm going to add some more sauce. I'm going to let this simmer for a couple of hours, and I'm going to start working on my beans. Be back shortly. So I'll be sitting down for probably the next half an hour because I have to sift through all of these beans. And these are the Great Northerns right here. So I have to make sure all the imperfection ones are out, like that one that's broken in half, and the little rocks. And then I have the black-eyed peas. And then we have kidney beans and black beans. So once I get them cleaned out, then I'm going to put them in a pressure cooker, and I'll bring you back for that part. I have my 3 different types of beans and in the pressure cooker. So before I add the water, those are the kidney beans. They small, and just basic seasoning that you always use, and a bay leaf. You can add an onion, but today I just used onion powder. I didn't feel like chopping up an onion. I should have chopped enough when I did the meat sauce, but I didn't. And I'm just going to add my water. What you do not add is salt of any kind. No type of Lawry's or salt seasonings or regular salt, because that it does something to the bean. It breaks it down. So when the beans is done, that's when you add your salt in. And those are the northern beans, and these are the pinto. So I'm going to add the water, and I'll turn it on. All right, I set the time, each of them for 30 minutes. So the only thing I have to do is click start. So bring it up to pressure. I like cooking beans in this. This is Simply Ming. I brought these off HSN. I brought these off HSN. So it's nice, other than having to cook the beans on the stove for 2 hours. Unfortunately, I have to do the black-eyed peas on the stove. That's okay, because I don't have anything else going on. Everything is simmering. All the hard stuff is done. And after the beans come out, then I'll start putting it all together for the chili. But the sauce for the baked ziti, that has to go in the refrigerator for a day or 2. It needs to marinate. Be back shortly. Okay, so we taking some of the sauce and putting it in this pot so I can do the chili. And I have the chili sauce, chili seasoning flavor. So I'll add just original, mild, and then a little bit of the hot, just to check it so I don't make it too hot, and mix it together. And the beans are cooking, and after they're done, then I'll just add the beans to the pot. So this is a pot of chili. And I'm going to sprinkle some cheese in here while it's simmering. Not too much, because I don't want the cheese to get too thick. My beans are still cooking. You can see some beans in there. I just used 2 cans just to give it a little bit more flavor. But the beans, I think I have another 15 minutes under pressure. And then I can add those. So this is simmer. This is on very low. And this white pot right here, this has the black-eyed peas in it. See? No salt. They're going to bay leaf. So I can reduce that down to low, being that it's at a boil. Ooh, those beans smell good. I love black-eyed peas. I normally shred my cheese, but I didn't. I have cheese in the refrigerator that I could have shredded. But I got such a good deal on this shredded cheese that I'm just going to use it and save myself some time. I'll be back shortly. Okay, my pinto beans are ready. I was able to add my Lawry's to it to give it some flavor. See? And I made a little gravy by using the Arco starch. So you just have to follow the instructions. So this just starch right here. It's like a teaspoon in water, and you mix it in a cup, and this way you get a little bit thicker, a thickering of your sauce. So I'm just going to let this simmer just a little bit so it can thicken up a little bit. So this is done. And I can add some of these beans to the chili. My other 2 beans are almost ready to come out, and I'll show you what that looks like. And I also have to add some thickening sauce to it. Be back shortly. The Great Northerns, they're done. So I just have to pick up the bay leaves, season it with some Lorry's or a little salt, and make a thickening. I'm saying sauce, but make thickening agent to go in here, thicken it up. So that came out good. And the other beans, I have to add some more water in. So I'm going to give you one more look at the chili, and then it's going to conclude this day of cooking. Okay, that's the chili. So just going to let this simmer on low for another hour or two. Not too much, because you don't want to break down the beans. The sauce is it's been cooking for a while. I'm going to put some of my Wisconsin cheese in here. I don't like this cheese in the bag because it doesn't break down well. I'm glad I only used a little bit of it. So Calvin's going to shred me maybe a half a cup of that cheese, and then I'll be good to go. I normally don't buy cheese already shredded in the bag. All right, everyone. If I'm not back, I'll talk to you soon. And I hope you enjoyed this cooking session. Bye. Okay, me and Calvin are going to have a bowl of chili. Now, you see the difference in that cheese? See how it's melting already? Calvin shredded some cheese. So that's why I don't like that cheese in the bag. It's no good. It's crappy, you ask me. So, I already tasted it. Tastes delicious. Thanks for watching my cooking day. Talk to you soon. Bye. I am the face behind the cooking demonstration you was just watching. I hope you enjoyed my segment, and I hope I will inspire you to put up some food for the winter for your family. Thank you very much. Bye.